Y'all had forgot. It says earlier, it says here, the conspiracy against Christ. How many knows that his own people did not like him? Do you realize he had to go out of his city? The ones that did like him, saw his healings, believed him, but it wasn't even his own people. Do you know how come we're in there right now?
Because of that.
Yeah, because we got drafted in.
What's the reason? Jealous?
I think it's because, they believed in God, but they did not believe in Jesus being the Son of God. And I really believe it's because they had their own set ways that they wanted.
They wanted to come in like a roaring lion, take out the Romans,
Yeah.
make them, whatever, chosen people.
With all the healings that went forth, you would have thought they would think, hey, there's something about this man.
Yeah.
I mean, even when the soldiers was sent, and he got his ear cut off by a certain person, what did Jesus do?
Put it back on.
He just picked it up and put it back on. If I was that soldier, I'd be thinking, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Well, even when they just fell down when he said, I am. I mean, wouldn't that be your first clue?
But the Romans, even though they were there, they only did what the Jews told them to do. He says, I wash my hands. I see no fault in this man. That's exact words he said. And he said, and he asked the people, what do you want? I know I'm getting ahead of the story. But he asked, what do you want? They wanted Barabbas to free him and put him in his spot. Can you imagine
Well,
that?
that's kind of prophetic because they chose the world and the evil in the world above God. So it's kind of prophetic that they, what I mean, foreshadowing, I guess, or whatever you want to call it.
But this was all ordained. That he did it.
Excuse me.
Because that was his purpose when he came down on earth. When he was born into this world, his purpose was to be raised up to a certain age, and then they would crucify him. Do you know why?
So we get us back to the Father.
The Father could not look upon sin. So what did Jesus do? He came down and he took all the sins upon him. And when that happened, that was the only time that Jesus said, Father, Father, why have thou forsaken me? God could not look upon sin. He had to turn his back to Jesus. Like I said, I'm getting a little bit ahead of my story here. But the problem of it is his own people turned against him. But yet, he's coming back for his people.
Amen. He still loves us all. Even
Yeah.
now.
He loves the people. He did not love the fault. All right. And then it says, and it came to pass, when Jesus had finished all these things, he said unto his disciples, ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified. Then assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas, something like that.
Caiaphas.
All right. And consulted that they might take Jesus by subtlety. It's hard to talk without and kill him. They already had a plot. They had a plan. They already knew what they was getting ready to do. Right? When you have a plot, plan, and I want to use this as a scenario. Okay, how many times they already tried to take out Trump? Right? They had a plan to do this. A plot. An evil plot to try and do that. Look what they did to JFK. They had a plot. And it was down to where the person that did the shooting, the other person that shot the other person, do you know that was all put up for one reason? The whole thing was set up in motion. And that person, Rudy, that guy shot, killed him. What happened? They took him, right? But it was a plan that was deceived, I guess. It was a deceitful plan because they found out years later it was CIA that caused all of this to happen.
It's over the Vietnam War.
Yeah. And the ironic thing about it, they also found out that Johnson knew about it. He was our vice president. But why do they wait so many years to bring all this stuff out? It's ridiculous. But with Jesus here, the plan was already set in motion. They already had a plan. They had a plot already set up that they were going to go ahead and kill him. What had he ever done to those people? He showed them love. And what did they show him?
He showed them the fault.
Yeah. But he showed them love. What was it? It was Paul or Peter was lowered down out of the basket to escape. Paul. They had to take him out and lower him down because they were coming after him. It's getting a time where we're already unpopular right now. They consider us part of a mega movement, Christians. So they've already got a plot planned for us already. You believe that? They want to take us out. I was listening to the news yesterday, and on the news, they was talking to these liberals, and they asked them, what are you guys doing? Because they was waving, not the American flag, but they was waving a pride flag and Somalia flag and all of that. And they said, why are you doing this? This is our Independence Day. And they said that we're here because we're taking over the United States. And they said there's going to be a civil war. And we're going after the men. And they said, the guy asked them, I thought y'all don't believe in God. Well, there's other things that we can do to them. And that one person that was doing the interview said, you do realize MAGA does own guns, right? Yeah, and they said, well, we're still coming after you. So folks, they're going to be coming after us. The Bible tells us that. They're coming after us no matter what. I don't know why he's waiting at her. She's
I'm gonna go get my boy.
Hi.
How you doing?
But anyway, that is what's going on, is that we are under attack. We've been under attack for a long time. But it got worse, and I hate to say this, after Biden got in there and Obama. When those two took over, the Christian part took out. When he was sworn in, Obama, he wasn't sworn in on a Bible. Do you know that?
Huh? You was it?
No.
I never know.
Correct. I'm not lying. Look it up.
No, I
The
didn't.
Muslim.
Am I right?
Well, it actually had two of them, the Bible and the Quran.
But he put his hand on the Quran.
Yeah.
Well, they're both out of the Bible, are, isn't the Quran a section that first 5 this and that? No? I don't know anything about it. I'm gonna
That's
shut
the Torah. The Torah is the first, what, 5 books?
Yeah.
The
No.
Quran is the other, is the Muslim.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Muslim, and in there, if they
They
kill
want to keep
Christians
track
and
of all
stuff,
that
you get
stuff.
40 virgins if you die.
yeah.
That's in the Quran. It's in the law.
We're just now getting ready to get into number 6. 26:6. But what we're doing here is that they hated Christ so bad, they wanted him dead. Because he showed them fault that they did. They didn't like that. He showed them that